How's it going, everybody? So, balance was addressed yesterday, and I want to give my own input about the whole thing. First, let me say that I really like what Stefan said. I really do. I was happy to hear that he took a personal interest in this, watched tournaments and all that, but here's my main issue. What they say and what they do does not line up. Right now it looks like they're trying to please two audiences. The top level players and then the random casual. And that is a problem, no matter how you look at it. Let's just take the one example that they brought up in the dev stream right at the beginning. They were talking about the Aramusha changes. They removed the guaranteed top light from side heavies and during deadly feints. And the explanation they gave was that it was not noob friendly. Like what? Not beginner friendly. What's that even supposed to mean? If something is not accessible or clear for a new player, then it's never the move's fault. What's to blame is how the game communicates it. In this case, it was that the game still showed an indicator, despite the fact that the attack wasn't blockable. So why not fucking remove the indicator then? We still have double light attacks that function the exact same way. Or if the direction change of the attack is the reason, then add another colored hue to it, similar to undodgeable attacks. There's so many possibilities to handle it, but they opted to simply change the delay between the attacks, so it's no longer guaranteed. They chose to nerf an already bad character, instead of adding things that properly explain how the attack functions. And then they gave compensation buffs to his deadly feints. And that is exactly what I said before. They're trying to change the game in a way to make two different audiences happy. And by doing that, they're setting themselves up for failure. This whole approach will never work. They even gave an explanation for this themselves. Once you outgrow a certain skill level, things start to not work again. So why address this low skill bracket to begin with? Which brings me to the next point, which absolutely boggles my mind. This might sound weird at first, but hear me out. Why would you ask the community for feedback? And with that I mean, in the short time frame that UBI did it. They basically gave us 1 week to give them feedback so they could address this. What was the point? Just so you have a couple of questions during the stream? That can't be it. They have to know that the absolute majority of balance suggestions are absolute horseshit. You'll have people complain about light spam, you still have people whining about the death ball meta. And all the while they have no context for all of it. What platform does the person play on? For how long has he or she been playing? What setup is being used? Controller, keyboard, a 15-year-old plasma TV? UBI has held quite a few workshops with the top players that have given their feedback. They've wrote documents containing pages with suggestions and balance changes, proofread and signed by multiple other top players. What happened to all that feedback? Most of it is still perfectly applicable. I mean, if you're interested, just find one of these players on one of the discords and ask them about it. They obviously can't tell you everything, but they all want what's best for the game. And unlike many others, they actually do know what's best for the game. So why the fuck they call for feedback? Is it just so they can say they asked the community? The dialogue has been opened again. UBI's not stupid. They must realize that the average Reddit user has no fucking idea how to better this game. I don't see the point. Now people will complain that their suggestions got ignored. Either way, people will bitch and moan. So what I'm saying is, UBI needs to make a stand and make clear that this is how they move forward from this point on. Choose an audience and stop trying to please everyone. That's an exercise in futility. We've heard Stefan do this yesterday. Now it's time for their actions to speak for themselves. Show us that you mean what you say. We're all waiting and have been for quite some time now.